Third base has some potential, but we need guys to stay healthy next season. Let's discuss on Fantasy Baseball Today Express. Welcome into FBT Express on Wednesday, October 29th. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White, and let's take a way too early look at Scott's 2026 third base rankings. And up first, we have, no surprise, Jose Ramirez, followed by Junior Caminero and Jazz Chisholm. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 2 was Junior
Caminero. Ha, Caminero.
I want to focus on Caminero from this trio as well, Scott, because while he had a tremendous breakout season, 45 home runs, the Rays are going back to Tropicana Field next season, which just adds an unknown element that I wish wasn't there for 2026.
Yeah, it does. And a lot's going to be made, especially looking at his home-away splits from his monstrous breakout season. 313 batting average, 954 OPS at home, which we're presuming will not be his home anymore, versus 218 with a 743 OPS on the road. Now, the home run split was pretty much dead even. Actually hit one more home run on the road, despite having the much lower batting average and with the OPS. And that is the aspect that you think would be helped most by George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa as the power production, and was dead even. So I don't know how much the home away splits really had to do with venue as opposed to just happenstance. And while Tropicana Field itself, there have been hitters who've suffered from the batting eye there. The dimensions are fine, and we have no evidence Junior Caminero will be one of those hitters. It's just a wrinkle. It's a wrinkle for a player without much of a track record and who we're counting on a lot after this big season. Second round pick, I presume Junior Caminero will be in every league. But I think I don't think it should be a major concern. I mean, this is a top prospect pedigree being realized at age 21. So the future, I think we can confidently say, is bright for Caminero. Even if he doesn't hit 45 home runs again, he'll hit enough to be worth the second round pick.
4, 5, and 6 at third base. You have Manny Machado, Austin Riley, and Eugenio Suarez. Scott, I'm going to tell you 2 things that we need to happen for next season. We need Austin Riley healthy, and we need Eugenio Suarez out of Seattle.
Out of Seattle. Yeah, that's the big one because he collapsed after that trade, and we knew Seattle. He had a history there, obviously, and those were some of Eugenio Suarez's worst years. So we presumed he would struggle there again. Boy, did he. After that trade in Seattle, Eugenio Suarez hit 106 with a 469 OPS at home.
Ooh.
As compared to 280 with a 921 OPS on the road. That was his time in the Mariners uniform to close out 2025. So it was clearly just all that venue. He hates playing there. He is 34, so we can't just assume he's going to be fine going somewhere else, but as long as he's out of Seattle, I think we could draft Suarez with a fair amount of confidence. I rank Riley even higher. I have more confidence in him even because he is still in the prime of his career. And obviously he has a long track record of success. You could say this is 2 years in a row where he's underwhelmed. Not that he's been terrible, but a little less than he was drafted to be and missed time with injury in both, which didn't help. But really, I'm just counting 2025 as the misstep for Riley because 2024, he got off to a slow start, came surging back midseason as he usually does, and then got hurt. So we just didn't have time to correct the numbers completely. But the underlying data was very normal for Riley in 2024. 2025, yes, it took a step back, but I'll give him a pass because he's still in his prime, because he has such an extensive track record, and because an injury afflicted him in that season as well.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Only CBS Sports can bring you big time during the heart of Saturday afternoons.
It's big time.
It's big time. It's big time. It's big time.
On CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back in FBT Express, looking at way too early third base rankings for next season. 7, 8, and 9, you have Michael Garcia, Alex Bregman, and Isaac Paredes. Nice breakout season for Garcia. Totally think he's worthy of this ranking. We do have some questions with this trio. Alex Bregman sounds like he's going to opt out of his current deal with the Boston Red Sox. And for Isaac Paredes, the Astros just have this logjam of players on their team. I have to imagine they're going to find a way to play Isaac Paredes every day just because he performed very well there last season. But as of now, they kind of have too many mouths to feed, Scott. So what do you think happens here with Bregman and Isaac Paredes?
So with Bregman, I think we need to watch his free agency. Presuming he opts out, we need to watch it even more closely than Eugenio Suarez, is because Suarez, it's just stay out of Seattle. For Bregman, there are a lot of venues that I think could ruin him. He's always had the benefit of the short left field porch, whether in Houston or the Red Sox. I think there's a good chance he ends up back with the Red Sox. And, I think the full season line is closer to what we should expect than the first half numbers from Bregman before the injury. But there is a chance he could deliver a higher batting average than expected playing a full season at Fenway. But we got to wait and see where he winds up. Paredes, it worked out so well, about as well as it could have before he got injured and ended up missing the last couple months of the season with a hamstring injury. He basically was performing at that ballpark exactly like Alex Bregman was before leaving the Astros. And so I imagine the Astros, they acquired him thinking that's how it would go with his extreme pull tendencies, and they'll want to hold on to him, I would imagine. Still very affordable is Isaac Paredes, but they did acquire Carlos Correa while Paredes was hurt, trying to make the playoffs. And so now they do have that log jam. Maybe they trade Christian Walker, let Paredes play first base. Maybe they try Paredes at second, which he's played before. Maybe they try Correa at second. There are possibilities. And I think, even though there are questions for these two, Bregman and Paredes, it's still a lot better than the questions that follow at third base, a position that drops off precipitously.
10, 11, and 12. You have Matt Chapman, Jordan Westburg, and Max Muncy of the Dodgers. Jordan Westburg feels like the wild card here, Scott. He performed pretty well when he was on the field this year, was 17 homers in 85 games. That's a 32-homer pace over a full season, but he has struggled with injury the past couple of years. So to me, Jordan Westburg kind of feels like a wild card at this position.
Yeah, I guess you could call him a wild card just because we haven't seen the true full season out of him because of injuries. But you pace out his numbers, you're talking about a 30-homer guy here if he stays healthy. And the batting average, the slash line was basically identical from 2024 to 2025. So I think we know who Jordan Westburg is. 265 hitter with the potential to hit about 30 home runs, probably not much steals help. Bad OBP guy, so the run total may not be that impressive, but overall, really solid hitter if he can stay healthy. And there's no reason this early in his career to think he won't ever stay healthy. It just hasn't happened yet. So I think if you want to draft Jordan Westburg as your starter at third base, that's perfectly fine. I may even have him underranked here at 11th, putting him behind Matt Chapman, for instance. I do think there's more upside for Westburg. I just am guarding against the health history a little bit, and the poor on base skills a little bit.
All right, for more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to our full-length podcast, Fantasy Baseball Today, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today Express, and we will be back again later this week. Bye-bye!